Good morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nana Rosanna. I'm Rosanna. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed. I have now reached 500, and that was when I was in Boston, so that was amazing. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to do the community page now because I've not had that opportunity as of yet. So thank you very much for subscribing and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. It's um, been great doing it, and I'm having so much fun doing it. Still nervous when I try and video myself, but I pursue and go right through it. This week is WIP weekend number 19, so I hope you're all having a good week or had a good week and have a wonderful WIP weekend. My husband and I had gone to Boston with friends. We had a fabulous time. Before we even got to the hotel, we went to Salem and did a an evening history slash witch walk, and that was so exciting. And I'm not from the U.S., but I thought the witch hangings went on for years and years. I was so surprised to find out that in Salem, it was only 4 months and only 18 witches were hung. And one of them was a man, and a lot of it was done for profit. So, really surprised to find that out. Like I said, I thought it went on for years, but 4 months, and the history has stuck, and Salem is Salem for the witches. And we did do a lot. We did a trolley hop on, hop off tour in Boston. That was fun. And went and saw the Cheers bar. That was great. And had to stay and have a drink there, so we did. And that evening, we went to a baseball game at the stadium, and it the best. Like my husband and I, we've decided once he retires, which will be a few more years, we want to travel the states and try and go to every ballpark in the U.S. So we've been to Boston now, we've been to Yankee Stadium, and of course the one in Toronto. So that was really exciting. Here's a picture of my husband and I, and we were trying to get in the background the green monster wall. If you know baseball, it's famous. So we did that and had so much fun. While traveling, there was six of us in a van, and it actually was very comfortable. It's a long drive from Toronto. It actually took us almost 10 hours from point to point. And I started a baby blanket, got halfway through my first ball of yarn and decided it was way too wide. So on the way back, I ripped everything out and restarted again to make it a little smaller because I wouldn't have enough yarn if I had left it the size I had started. So the girls in the car were just like, "How can you do that? You've been working on it for so long." Because I worked on it for the first while we went to Boston. And I said, "Oh, it's okay. It's only yarn. It can be redone." So I probably got a half of it done in the car, and then I finished it this week. And this week has been a crazy week. We got back. And the next night, I had a baseball game, and the baseball game was against my daughter, so that was so much fun. And one of my friends, Louise, on my team, her daughter is also on my daughter's team, so we took a picture at the end of the game. The game was a tie, so that was fantastic. Everybody was happy at the end of the game. So here's a picture of the four of us at home plate. I just love playing baseball, and so does my daughter. And after that, my daughter, I know, had a busy, busy day the next day. So I said, just leave your daughter with me. So I brought Paige to the after party after the game, and she spent a couple days here. And when she's here, I hardly get any crocheting done unless she asks for something. So I'll show you what I made for her. I'm in the process of, and hopefully Saturday is my daughter's birthday, so we will be heading over to her house for a barbecue with family, and I will finish what I started to make for Paige. And Paige picked out the yarn. She goes upstairs into I call it my yarn room, but it's my spare bedroom. And She picked up some really pretty yarn for the top I was making her, and really excited about that to get it done on Saturday when we go over there, because I'm not sure how big I need to make it, and it's easily adjustable. So that's what I'll be working on this weekend. And when I got back, I got my first Happy Mail, and it was from Bella at Bella's Crocheted Gifts. She has a channel on YouTube, and she is so sweet, so nice, has great, great items that she makes, and I will link her list below. So go over and check her out. I really like watching her, and subscribe to her. She's great. So, but I will be doing an unboxing in another video, and I had to open it right away because my granddaughter was here and she saw it. So she had to see what was in it. She's already picked out some yarn that she wants me to make something with. So I think that's funny. So let's get on with my WIPs. Like I said, not much done this week. I'm still working on my Marquee Blanket. Last night I actually sat down and sewed in all my ends for the remaining squares that I have to make. So they're all sewed in, so I can put the last round of the purple on. So I'm probably halfway done the the squares, and then I'll be able to join them all. So that's what I've got fully completed with all my ends in. And this mess just needs the last round to get my ends weaved in the last round. And the Granny Square I chose is from a book called Granny Square, the Granny Square book, second edition by Margaret Hubert. So that's the book there. And it's really great. I'm just going to show you a quick view. It has the picture, the directions, and it also has the diagram for each square. And I just love this book. I got it off the Amazon, and really enjoying it. I keep going through it to see what kind of square I'm going to do next. So not sure. I still have a few more wheelchair lap gowns to do that I donate. So I'll be doing that. Once I get this done, I got nothing done on my advent calendars in the few days that I've been home. And I think that's it for squares. So what I'm working on now is, it is called, sorry, let me find it, Ring Around the Rosie Vest by Dorianna Rivelli. And it is so cute. Let me just grab it. It's still attached to the yarn. So this is the vest here. I still think I have another couple rounds. And then you put a button right here, and you wear it as a little vest. The back is stunning. Oops, it's not very square on there, but that's the back. So I'm working on that, and I have probably 2 or 3 more rounds to do on that. And the yarn I'm using is Cotton Baby Cakes. And I know this was a clearance yarn, so I'm not sure if they're going to have the color anymore. And this color is Primary, and it's a medium 4 worsted weight. And it is very soft. I'm really surprised. I didn't realize how soft it was when I first got it. But I'm probably halfway through it now, so I'll have plenty for another project that I can do. I'll probably do some hats or something for a donation. So that is another WIP. My diamond painting, not much done on that. I actually started another paint by numbers that I do in the morning, and that is the picture of what I'm going to be painting. I'll just grab it here. And that's how, you can't even tell, that's how far I've gotten so far. So I've just done a few of the colors. So I'm looking forward to finishing that one, and that'll probably go up in our backyard next year. And for finished items, I only have one finished item. I did finish up the blanket I was making, and decided just to put a tiny border on it. The yarn I used for the blanket, the baby blanket, it's Wellness Baby. and it's a Loops and Threads by Michaels. It's a fine number 2. So I used a 4.5 hook. They recommend a 3.5 millimeter hook, but I used a 4.5, and it is 70% acrylic and 30% Amacor acrylic, which I have no idea what that is. And the color is just yellow. So that's it. And I think this has been in my stash for probably, let's see, I'm going on almost 3 years of learning how to crochet. So I think it was one of the first yarns I bought, not realizing at first, what size was or what hook you'd have to use. So it's been sitting there a while. So I'm so glad that I finally got something to do it with. The girl I'm giving it to, they have decided not to find out the sex of the baby. So the yellow worked out perfectly. So this is the blanket I made. I put a little shell border on it. So it's a pretty good size. I'm going to say it's 3 foot by 4 foot. And the pattern on it, I just made it up myself. The stitch count is 3, and you don't have to add anything at the end. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And the stitches I used, I started off with 2 rows of double crochet, and then I did 5 rows of the V-stitch and 2 rows of double crochet, and I just carried that on and made sure that I finished up with the double crochet. And like I said, I just put a small little border on it. So that's the color right about there. So it is a nice pale yellow, and I enjoy doing it. And like I said, very fine yarn. One of the smallest I've used, except for the shawl I made. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think it looks really pretty, very delicate. So good for a newborn, and it's very light, so we don't have to worry about, and airy, so you don't have to worry about if the baby covers up their face, because it'd be no problem to breathe through it. Sorry, lost my train of thought for a moment. I'm trying to see, and this is my only finished item that I made, and I just love it. I can't wait to give it to her. The girl plays on my daughter's baseball team, so my daughter's going to be having her baseball team party at my house first week of September, so I'll give it to her then. I think she's due the end of September, beginning of October. So plenty of time to give it to her. And with some of the yarn, I think I'll make some booties and a little baby hat to add to that. So those will be on my hook shortly. And that's it for my WIP weekend number 19. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody that has subscribed to me and everybody that's been me since the beginning. I started late March, just after my birthday, and really, really enjoying it. It has been fabulous for me. I was really worried when I retired that I wouldn't be doing much, and after learning how to use a computer and my daughter setting me up on YouTube, I am loving YouTube, and have met so many wonderful people, and I do love communicating with you. And I hope you stick around for some more. So have a wonderful WIP weekend, and I will see you later on in the week. Bye for now.